guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a favourites video, and this is of all of 2020. I'm going to be doing a couple of different favourites videos. This is just sort of everything in general, but I'm also going to do a specific pin video and a specific book video and candle video. So yes, this just sort of dips into those and, you know, captures everything else really. So we've got home, tech, a little bit of makeup, just lots of random things, some of which I've got to show you, some I'll add clips in and all that. So I've written everything down because it's quite a long list, but yeah, hopefully there should be something for everyone in this video. The first thing I want to say is these. So these are my Apple AirPods. They are the original AirPods. This rubber case I think I got off Amazon, but I love these. I've used these a ton over the year. I got them free actually when I upgraded my phone, which was either end of last year, start of this year. And yeah, I very rarely use plug-in headphones anymore because these are just so handy, especially if you need to get up and do things whilst maybe editing or, you know, all sorts. You don't have all the wires around you. They are expensive. Knowing how much I love them now, it would be hard for me to be without them. I don't know if I would be able to buy them myself, but it would definitely be something maybe that I'd ask for Christmas or a birthday. The only thing I will say, for me personally, I don't think they stay in my ears very well. And like before you say it, I don't like the other in-ear headphones. Those are worse. So I couldn't go on a run with these or anything like that, but you know, if I'm just sitting or, you know, walking around the house, it's fine. And the other thing is sort of sleeping or laying down with them. There were a couple of times where we were flying at the start of the year and they would tend to sort of fall out of my ear, which can be awkward, as I found when I had to ask the person behind me if I could reach down and grab one of my headphones. So that's my first tech favourite. The second thing is my phone. So this is the iPhone 11 Pro, just in the normal size. This is the like blacky grey one. And then I just have a case on the back. And also another favourite is my pop socket. It's the first time that I've used a pop socket this year. And again, I found it really helpful. It just makes it more secure in your hand, especially if you're taking lots of photos like I do. I take them here, there and everywhere, so that's really great. But yeah, I've just been like, my phone is like my third best friend aside from like the dog and Darren. So yes, I am never far from my phone. And the last tech thing is the Nintendo Switch. I managed to get my hands on one of these during the start of lockdown around March, April time. When I saw people were getting it for Animal Crossing, I was like, I really want to get Animal Crossing, and getting a Switch was the only way I'd be able to play it. So that's another favourite, is Animal Crossing. That's pretty much all I play on here. I do have Mario Kart on here as well, but yeah, this has been so good. I love it. I have got a case for it, but I never really seem to put it in it, and I probably should. This is the like Animal Crossing version, but yeah, I've been super addicted to Animal Crossing. There was a couple of months, like maybe September to October, November, where I wasn't really playing it, but now like Christmas has come around, I've sort of been playing it a little bit more again. So yes, that has been another favourite. And the last sort of tech item is something I'll insert a clip of because I'm using it right now, and that is my ring light. So I got this ring light from Home Bargains, I believe. It was about £9, and it comes on like a little tripod and you can attach your phone to it. But what I do, and I'll kind of try and show you the setup, I've got it sort of propped up on top of my bookcase, so it just sort of floods me with a bit of extra light. Hopefully you found that it helps a little bit extra. It's a really gloomy day out today, so I do need like all that extra light. I will switch it off and see if you can notice a difference. So that is it with the light off. I think it just creates obviously more shadows and everything just looks a little bit grayer. so I've just turned it back on, and it's really great. You can change how bright you want it, and you can change the cool or warmth tone of it. So for $8.99 I thought it was really good. I think they also do one on a larger tripod as well, but I found that works fine for me. The only thing I wish is that I would be able to attach my camera to it, which I've not found a way of doing yet. But the setup I've got for now works, and hopefully you've noticed a little bit of a difference. Shall we move on to bags? So I have two bag favourites, and I've talked about these probably already at some point this year. The first one is this clear plastic bag as such. This is a backpack that I got from one of the character warehouses when we were in Orlando at the start of this year, and you know, that is obviously a massive favourite, which I'll talk about in a minute. But this I used a ton when we were on our cruise trip, and you know, when we were in the parks, and I use it now like if I'm out with the dog, or it's just really, really handy. It is see-through, so that may like put some people off, but I found it's been really brilliant actually, and the fact that I can see into it has been a good element because I can sort of find everything. This fits a lot in it. It's a little bit bigger than the normal Loungefly bags, and you've got a really great front pocket as well, which I don't know if you can see, I keep all like little bits and pieces in. So yeah, I got that at one of the character warehouses, so it was cheaper than it was in the parks because I had been eyeing it up until then. And then the other favourite will come as no surprise, and that is my Louis Vuitton Porsche Matisse in the empreinte leather in the black or the noir colour. This has obviously been a massive favourite. Again, I did a couple of videos of that, so I'll link one up in a card and down below. This has been pretty much my everyday bag, aside from when I was using that backpack. I took it on our cruise for formal night. I've used it just casually. I don't really baby it, and it's held up super well. If you do want to see more in depth about it, like I said, there is an update video on it. I just love this bag, and it's like my other little baby except for our dog. So yes, that is that. Next we will move on to puzzles. So I got into the craze of doing puzzles, and in fact it wasn't really until the second lockdown that we've had, sort of around October, November, that I really got into puzzles. The first one is this one. You might still be able to find them. They did a range of these on an Aldi for like $4.99, which was the cheapest I found them. You can obviously get them in Amazon. I've also seen them in Tesco, but for like £10–15. And this is the Beetlejuice one. So Blockbuster have teamed up with Spin Master, I believe, to create a series of puzzles based on famous films. So I picked this Beetlejuice one. It's a 500 piece. I could complete it in about a day. It's one of those ones where it's not too difficult, but you know, it's challenging enough. It gets your mind going. But you know, sometimes a big puzzle, I don't want to be sitting there for days on end, and I don't want to get frustrated to the point I don't want to do it, which has happened with some of my other puzzles. But this one has been really fun to do. They have like Jaws and E.T. and The Breakfast Club, so some real classics, and I'd like to get a couple more of them. And then the other one I got, which was the first one I got, this is from M&S. This was $12.99, and it's their Wellness double-sided jigsaw puzzle. They do a couple of others, I believe. There's like a moon space one, I guess, but I really like the pattern of this. So if I turn it around, so it's a double-sided puzzle basically, and one's all sort of pink tones and one's all sort of green tones, so that's how you sort of can tell which side of the puzzle you're looking at, I guess. And yeah, like I said, it was $12.99, so you're getting them for about £6 each, and I really enjoyed this. It was more challenging than I thought. It probably took me a couple of days to do each. Each one is 500 pieces, but it is actually a round puzzle. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I think the pictures are really very pretty, and it's very therapeutic to do puzzles. So shall we move on to makeup? So I have two makeup products. Obviously I've not been wearing that much makeup. I literally put it on for videos if like I'm going like maybe out, if I know I'm going to be out for most of the day, and obviously when we're on holiday I wore a lot of makeup then. The first thing is a lipstick. It's what I'm wearing right now, and this is called Crisis by Urban Decay. This is a cream finish, and it is my typical mauve sort of purple colour. It looks a little bit more brown, I'd say, on camera, but it is more of that purple red undertone to it. I really like it. It's very smooth, and I just generally like these colours anyway. And then the other thing is this. This is by Benefit. This is just like a mini size. This is their, now I did look up what it was called because all the packaging has rubbed off it. Gimme Brow Plus Volumizing Eyebrow Gel. I have it in the shade 3, which is a neutral light brown, which I find works quite well. I tried 2 Benefit products. I'm wearing the other one today, which is their Microfiber Pen, and I don't really like that as much. I feel it needs a lot more effort to get any product out of it, but this is super easy. Basically has a tiny spoolie on the end, and I literally comb through a couple of times. The fibers stick to your eyelashes, and I find it just helps to give me really natural lashes. Before this year I never really would bother with my eyebrows at all. Did I say eyelashes? I think I did, I meant eyebrows. I never really bothered with my eyebrows that much. I would occasionally do it if, like, I know I'd be out all day, that sort of thing, if I was doing a full face of makeup. But yeah, this I've sort of, even if I'm not putting on a full face, I'll just put like this and a bit of mascara on, and yeah, so I've definitely been enjoying it, and it's a really easy product to use. So sticking with beauty and that sort of thing, the other thing I wanted to share was a day cream, and probably earlier at the start of this year I swapped to this day cream. I was looking for something that felt a little bit lighter on the skin but sort of gave me more moisture throughout the day, and I also wanted one that had built-in SPF in it. Yes, my foundation has SPF 15 in it, but I don't always wear my foundation. So I got this. This is the Nivea Day Cream for dry and sensitive skin. I believe they do a couple different, you know, ones for different types of skin, and it has SPF 15 in it. So it's a really nice light moisturizer. This would probably last me 4-5 months maybe. Like, a little goes a long way. I'd say maybe about 4 months, and then I cut it open and get as much as I can out of it. I do tend to use this one just in the morning, and a different one at night time. But yes, in the morning I very religiously like clean my face and put this on. The next sort of health thing are these. These are by Spring Valley, and I got these on one of our trips earlier this year. These are an adult gummy melatonin gummy. They have 5 milligrams per serving. So you take 2 of these, like before, half an hour it says before you want to go to sleep, and it just helps to induce, you know, those sleepy feelings. And when I know I'm going to find it particularly hard that night, or I am finding it hard to get to sleep, I will take 2 of these, and they sort of work as magic. It says it has a natural strawberry flavour. I'd say it's got sort of like that berry strawberry flavour. These are super good. Like, they taste like sweets. They are vegetarian. I'm going to be sad when these run out. I'm going to have to look for something here in the UK, because yeah, I really like them, and next time we go to America I will definitely stock up because I really like these. I don't think they are, I mean, they're not a substitute for actual sleeping tablets. That's a whole different thing. But if you find it every now, like, I don't take these every night, maybe once or twice a week at most. And yeah, I've had, like I said, I had these since the start of the year and I've not finished it yet, so that just shows sort of how often I take them, I guess. So a major favourite for me has been taking baths this year. I don't know what it is. I think it's down to 2 items. One is a bath pillow that I got from TK Maxx, I believe, or HomeSense, and it sort of revolutionised how comfy a bath is for me. It makes it 10 times better. I would like to get some more of like a comfortable bath mat that I can sort of keep in all the time, but that's for another day. And also I got this wooden tray from IKEA. I think it was about £7, £9 at most. So I can like put maybe my phone on it, or, you know, a bath bomb that I want to use, and just all my different pieces that I'm using for my bath. And yeah, so that's completely transformed my bath experience. So not only have I been taking more baths, I've been using more of this. Darren got me this in November, I believe. This is the Beauty Sleep Face and Body Mask by Lush. I mainly just use it on my face and neck. and this is one of their self-preserving ones, so this expires in February, and actually I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish all this by February. I use it maybe once or twice a week. Try not to get this everywhere. That is what it looks like. So as you can see, in about a month and a half, that is all I've really used. Oh my god, it smells so good. Now, like, I associate this with like relaxing and having a bath. What ingredients does it have in it? Lemon verbena, valerian root, what else? It's got sort of citrusy elements to it, orange blossom, honey water. It's just super, super nice and relaxing. So I've been using that a lot this end of the year. And in my bath, you know, I've been mixing bath bombs and shower gels and things like that, and stuff to put in my bath salts. This has been sort of my favourite thing to put in my bath. This is from the Body Shop, and this is the Banana Bath Blend. Now they do a mango one, I think, and a berry one, which I'd like to try, and I think they might do a kiwi one as well, which I'd love to try as well. I love the banana scent from the Body Shop, and currently they only do it in the shampoo and conditioners. I just find this smells really nice. It lathers really nicely. I can't say too much for the bubbles because I can't get like a proper bubble bath in my bath because we have such poor water pressure, so nothing really foams that well, and I literally have to use my hand to foam things. I probably am going to take this to my mum's for Christmas if we can, because who knows with COVID and everything. I don't know, this is probably going to go up after Christmas anyway. But they have a really lovely jacuzzi bathtub, so I'll probably take some of my stuff with me and have a nice lush bath. But yeah, just smells really nice, sweet banana scent. Really love that. And just to sort of round up sort of the wellness section, I'd say, I have got a couple Bath & Body Works favourites. The first one is this hand soap. This is part of the White Barn line. This is the Merry Cookie. Oh, it smells so nice. It's like sweet bakery cookies with like that vanilla sugary element to it. It's not sickly sweet. Well, it might be. If you don't like sweet sugary vanilla-y scents, you're not gonna like it, but oh, I just love it. Every time I use this, I want to like eat a batch of cookies, and I just think it's really cute. I'm definitely going to keep this bottle afterwards and refill it with soap around the Christmas time, because I think that would be really, really cute. So that is, we've been using a lot of Bath & Body Works hand soaps this year. We used a banana one, which was really nice, and now this one. So yes, so my last sort of, probably should have included this in tech favourites, but it is my Fitbit. I'm not even sure which kind of Fitbit this is. Let me look on my phone. Darren got me this for my birthday. It was a complete surprise. I have had a Fitbit in the past. So this is the Fitbit Charge 3, and what I really liked about it was it had this sort of rose gold element to it and the purple strap, and I've really been enjoying this. I think he got it for me mainly so I could track, you know, how much I walk with the dog, which has definitely helped with that, and I love it. I like the way that you can get notifications on it. I find that really useful, especially like if you're not near your phone and it starts ringing. And yeah, obviously I track my steps a lot on it. I don't use a ton of different features on it. I tried to use the sleep feature for a little bit and then sort of gave up. You can, for women, you can also track your periods on this, which is really helpful, so you don't need like a separate app for that. And that is what I've been wearing, and I've had it off up until now, so I made sure I included it, so I'm going to put it back on. Okay, so now we're going to move on to some more home items, and these are things that I'm probably going to have to insert a picture of because they're too big for me to show you. The first thing is our kitchen blind. We've gone maybe 3 years without having a blind in our kitchen since we moved in. We just, I don't know, didn't see it as a priority. Obviously we put curtains up in every other room, but we just sort of left the kitchen. And as more and more people started to move in along our road and we saw all the different ways that they were putting in blinds and things, you know, it got to a point, especially in these darker months, where we were like, I think we need to get a blind. And now I don't know how we did it without a blind for 3 years. So the blind we got is actually from IKEA. If it's got a specific name, I'll try and find it. But it's this really gorgeous floral and bird sort of print on it. It's sheer enough that it still allows light in during the day. So if you still want to have it all the way down, we usually have it half up, half down during the day. But it's, you know, opaque enough that people can't see in. From the outside, it looks really nice as well at night. It sort of lights up all the birds and things. And yeah, really enjoyed it. I installed it myself. I was very proud. So yes, that's the first thing. The second thing is the little trolley that I shared in my Amazon favorites video. Again, I will link that up in a card. That's a really good video to watch if you want some other sort of house ideas and favourites. But yes, that's just been a revolutionary thing for our kitchen to give us more storage and make everything look a little less cluttered. So I enjoyed that. And then I think the last home sort of item is the heater that we have in our lounge. This was an early Christmas present for Darren. We got it maybe back in October when it was starting to get a little bit chilly. We got ours from Dunelm, but they have very similar ones sold in Aldi and on Amazon. It was about £60, and it's basically a plug-in electric heater, but it looks like a fireplace. And that's something that I know Darren especially really misses having in our house, is that, you know, fireplace focal point. We both sort of grew up with fireplaces and in different houses that he's lived in. So yes, this was just, not only does it give us nice heat, but it looks really cozy, and yeah, it's definitely been a firm favourite of ours. Before I move on to sort of events, which seems crazy to even mention in 2020, I will talk a couple sort of like media things. The first thing is the programme Benidorm. If you don't live in the UK, then Benidorm, you may or may not know, is a place in Spain, very popular with British tourists, German tourists, pretty much only, well, I don't know, I've never been to Benidorm. Darren has, my parents have, but very popular with the British. And it's been going on for about a decade, and I'd watched a programme or two here and there. We watched the last couple of series quite religiously. We went and saw the show at our local theatre. So I knew I liked it, but obviously during lockdown we had a lot more time to watch things together. Darren was working at home for quite a good bit of it, and we started to binge watch all, I think it's like 10 series of Benidorm, and I've continued, like as soon as we finished it, we've sort of now, we're just like repeating it from the start again. And it's one of those films that, it's one of those series, sorry, that just makes you smile, it makes you laugh, it makes you sort of forget about what else is going on. Everything's, you know, got a bit of a light-hearted element to it. And for me, I will always now look back on Benidorm and think 2020, lockdown, but it's something that I can now always easily watch. And I definitely associate TV series with difficult points in time. Another one, which is another favourite in a minute, is I Love Lucy. I definitely associate that with like my later teenage years, or pretty much all of my teenage years. And so yeah, Benidorm has sort of been my comfort show, I guess, for this year. So the other show I mentioned was I Love Lucy, and there's various different ways you can watch I Love Lucy, but it's very difficult to watch it here in the UK unless you have the DVD set, of which I do have all the DVDs. That being said, it can still be difficult because all of mine are American copies, so they only work on the DVD player up in our bedroom because it's a multi-region one. But it's very hard to watch online. You can buy some of them, I think, through Amazon Prime. But it's definitely, if you're in the States, it's a lot easier to watch it on like Hulu and CBS and that sort of thing. I've found a Facebook page, which I hope now I say this does not like get found out and they delete it, because that happened with another site where I used to watch them off. But they constantly run I Love Lucy throughout the whole day. So any point in your day you can go and watch it. It just, I guess it runs through the whole series, so you can't necessarily pick a certain episode, but if you've watched them all and you just want to like tune in to a bit of I Love Lucy, obviously you may come in halfway through one, but you know, I've watched them all, so it's not necessarily I want to watch them for the first time. If it is something that you want to get into, I will try and link the Facebook page down below. It's like called I Love Lucy Fans or something. And I also have to give a little special mention. to Disney Plus, because that also helped us through lockdown, watching loads of films and TV shows. I went through like pretty much the whole of Hannah Montana. I did all of the Sweet Life, most of the Sweet Life on deck. I watched the High School Musicals at the start of the year. So a lot of nostalgic things and TV shows from my childhood. I think this has been like the year for wanting comfort and nostalgia, really, which I think everyone can relate to. Let's finally move on to events and things that I did before all of this lockdown. At the start of the year, we had, you know, nearly 3 months before lockdown happened, and we managed to cram quite a bit into those months. So January, we obviously went to Florida, me and Darren. It was a very unexpected trip and we loved it. We did a ton of different things that we wouldn't normally do, visited a ton of different restaurants, and we just lived it up in Florida basically for a couple of weeks. We went to the Epcot Festival of the Arts, which we both never done, and it was just a really lovely time. We also did some of the dessert. Well, we did the Magic Kingdom dessert party. It was freezing. We will always remember being super cold that evening, and yeah, so some very fond memories were made then. We then within like another couple of weeks, Darren booked us a cruise and a trip to Florida, but it was mainly the cruise. We had a couple days either side of it where we could sort of nip into the park. But we went on a Disney cruise. We went from Port Canaveral to the British Virgin Islands in Tortola, and then we went to St. Thomas in the US Virgin Islands, and then we went to Castaway Cay and then back up to Florida. It was a whirlwind of a couple of months, and I'd never done a Disney cruise. It was our second cruise together. We loved it. We had such a magical time, and looking back, we feel so super blessed that we were able to go on those holidays, not only financially, because since then we're financially obviously struggling, but in the sense that, you know, no one's really been able to travel much this year. My parents are super lucky. They got to go out to Florida. They were stuck out there for 3 months because of the lockdown and not being able to get a flight home, and we got to look after their 2 doggies, which was like a blessing in a way, to have all that time with them, even though, you know, we couldn't see our parents. It was really difficult. But yeah, so that whole little bubble of a couple of months was really nice, and I feel so grateful for those. And also we came back, I can't remember, I think it must have been, came back after our first trip. Yeah, so we came back end of January, and literally we landed that morning, and that evening we met up with my friend and her fiance, and we went and saw the Jonas Brothers in London. To say we were jet lagged is probably an understatement, but that was just, so good. Obviously, again, it's that nostalgia element, because I'd seen them twice when I was younger, and it was just amazing to be able to go to a concert this year, because we've had so many other like concerts and theatre things being moved to either next year or the year after. So yeah, we feel really fortunate that those things got to happen this year. And obviously my #1 ultimate favourite for the year has been Blue. So if you are stumbling across this video, this is our dog Blue. We adopted him end of July from Battersea Dogs and Cats Home. What are you looking at? Hey? And he has brought so much joy into our lives. I have a playlist if you want to see more about us adopting him and stuff. But we love him so much. He's just had a haircut, so he's looking nice and handsome. He's got his Christmas collar and bow tie on, so he's very sparkly, and he feels very super soft at the moment. So yes, he has just made us happier than we ever thought that he could. He is just been the perfect mental health dog. Like, he has just been so super cuddly. Yes, he loves to lick. He will lick Darren constantly, but yes, he loves lots of cuddles, and there is no doubt that he is my favourite for this year. So yes, I know it's been a really tough year for everyone, and I want to say thank you for sticking with me this year, and hopefully we can bring out some exciting content next year. Have a lovely holiday season. I will see you in the new year, and yeah, take care guys. Bye. Say bye, Blue.